Alright guys, so I've put the dark filter in to just get comfortable um, because this video don't give shit to me about how is disjointed, uh, too long, too short, my thoughts are scrambled, whatever. If you don't like it, just don't listen to it. But I just watched Insomnia by Christopher Nolan, and it's almost 4:30 a.m. where I'm at, and I wanted to talk freely about my disease, the disease that has reframed my life, which is fatal insomnia. My doctors don't like the word fatal because they say, oh well, if it was fatal, you'd be dead. And I said, that's the excuse you're gonna give me. I'm not dead, so it's not fatal. Do you know? I didn't say this to them, of course, because the doctors are like gods. You cannot say anything bad to them, or they jump up and become freak out, and all days tell me this. And I have doctors quit on me. I've had 300 dollars an hour doctors quit on me because I was too uh, nervous or too this or too that. It's like I've seen everything. So don't come to me with this. This isn't fatal shit. It's like, excuse me, without sleep, a human body will die. It's like without food or without water. It's just a question of time. So it's a subject I take very much on heart. It's a subject I want to help people with. And of course, here comes the disclaimer. I am not a doctor. Far from it. I am not a doctor, not a nurse, not a health professional in any capacity. Anything you want to call me, I am not. So, disclaimer, all the things I'm gonna divulge here, I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna suggest, I'm gonna speak my mind. Don't take anything for granted. I am not in any pharmaceutical realm, health realm. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a therapist. I'm nothing. I am nothing at all. I'm just a person who is sick and who wants to help others. So use what I will say at your own risks. And if anything, that's it. That's my disclaimer. So, okay, so Fatal Insomnia, what is it? It means, like right now, it's 4:20 in the morning. I have, sorry, I haven't taken my pills yet, so I can keep going for ever until I die. If I don't take my pills ever, I will die. It will be just a question of how long I survive. So, I know there are different levels of insomnia. There are people who are just too stressed, too nervous, too that there's people who have jobs that make them very tense and make their heads running, their thoughts running, and that keeps them awake. I understand that. There's people that are depressed, that are drug addicts. There's people that do too much speed, too much Adderall, too much the fuck I know. Name it. But listen to me. When you lose sleep, when I first lost my ability to sleep, it went very fucking quickly. It took less than 1 month. Less than 1 month to lose any capacity to sleep. And of course, I had a very bad doctor, um, and he prescribed me antidepressants because he said I was in depression. I was not in depression. The only depression I got was for not sleeping. And his pills, I remember, it was Remeron. I don't know how many milligrams because I've taken so much pills. This was. I just want to begin by saying I've had this disease for 14 years now. 14 years of this hell, and yes, I said, "Oh, you're just in depression," because I've had a history of depression from my how do you say it in English? My teenage years. Yeah, I had a lot of depression. Had to quit school. Had to quit everything. So excuse me. To take some alcohol because alcohol will get you to sleep. In 14 years, I've had 4 hours of natural sleep. One night, one time. I remember it like yesterday, and it happened 5 years ago. I've had one 4 hour nap of natural sleep in 15, 14, going 15 years. And it was because I was so smashed, so drunk, that I just fell asleep. And I was taking a new supplement that fight. It's called Zen by Adrien Gagnon, depending on the city you are or the country you are. It's called Zen by Adrien Gagnon. And again, disclaimer. I've said this at the beginning. Disclaimer. I am not a health professional. Don't take what I say for granted. Don't do what I say. And everything that goes with it. I am not a healthcare professional. My advice is not professional. My advice is not to be taken for granted. Okay. So I've continued to take it, but it's very, very expensive. I like most effective things, um, and it took 6 years. Um, I don't know if you want me to go into details because I have some gruesome stories I'm not sure you want to hear. Um, First, okay, just for the sake of it, why am I making this video? I don't know. I just want to talk about it. Okay, so first year it went. Um, I lost my job. I lost my partner. I lost my house, and I lost my health. So yeah, it's like a kick in the nuts. Uh, a good punch in the liver. It fucking hurts for something that wasn't my fault, something that wasn't my creation, something I didn't choose, something I had nothing to do with it. Because if that doctor had done some blood work, some more deep medical research, maybe I should I could be standing here today and say, I'm cured, I'm cured, I'm cured, blah blah blah. This happened to me, but no, this doctor didn't. He did nothing. So I was left with nothing, and my life was destroyed just because I couldn't sleep. And so yeah, the years went by. Um, I moved a lot of times without sleeping. I moved 3 times without sleeping, and with sleeping deprivation came IBS. And maybe some of you will laugh about it, but IBS is no joke. Um, I had It's not enough that I couldn't sleep. I moved in with my best friend and his girlfriend, and it was something I was looking pretty much forward because what's better than to move in with you when you live with your best friend? It's like nirvana. It's great, but for me it wasn't because I didn't sleep one single night, and every night we were living near the highway, and I could hear the cars and I could hear the planes, 24 hours, 7 days a week, again and again and again. I remember what book I was reading. I remember every second of every night. I just don't understand why he, being my best friend, didn't care for it, or didn't understand, or didn't take it more seriously. I've always had this problem in life, and maybe it's because of my. I'll make another separate video from this, but I've had. My father was a pretty severe narcissistic personality disorder, and I don't know if it was because I wanted more from people. Um, because maybe I was accustomed to myself and accustomed to being treated like shit, but I thought that normal people would listen more and do more and understand more what I was going through. Like I never, I never understood it. I can't say why. I'd be lying. So yeah, so I lived there for a couple of months until, of course, I couldn't bear it anymore. So could they, because I was fucking freak. I was a freak. I mean, don't. I was on my third year not sleeping. Third year. And you'll say, well, virtuoso, you, the world record is, I think it's 11 days not sleeping, which I've broken the record many times. But I don't care about that. And you'll say, yeah, the world record is 11 days. How come you can't sleep for a couple of years? Well, tell that to my body. Why would I say this if it wasn't true? Why would I bother? Doesn't make any sense. I'm not getting any money or anything. It's just for um, telling my story to one that to if I can reach one people or two people, or if I can awake someone that's happening to, it will be worth it. So how you do it is that there's a part of the night when your brain shuts down. You still hear everything. You still are conscious about matter, fabric, cloth, nervous system. Um, but you can close your eyes for about 15-20 minutes. Excuse me. And for 15-20 minutes, you feel your brain scrambling, like getting through the information of the day and getting through all the traumas and all the shit that's in there. And it's a lot of shit. And yeah, so that's about, I would call that a recharge, maybe. So I don't know what the brain get. I mean, fuck. Literally, the best scientist in the world still doesn't understand how sleep works. They can do a lot of things. They have a lot of great machines and technology, but they still can't explain how sleeping works. They can understand the binaural or delta waves and all the shit like that, the sleeping waking cycle, and the melatonin and the dopamine and the serotonin, the cortisol, cycles and everything, but they still can't tell you shit, really. So it's so okay. So yeah. So another 3 years, I've I tried to get back to school. I got back through university because I was old enough and I had good grades. Don't ask me how. And I went to university for 2 years, and I was living on my IBS was atrocious. I was in pain 24/7, literally, because I would never sleep, so I never had a break from the pain. Never. Um, the only thing that brought me a glimpse of peace was alcohol. So that's how I became an alcoholic, because I had no escape other than that. I could not sleep, I could not read, I could not train, even though I was still doing push ups and everything and running. And I don't know how I did it. Don't ask me how, I don't know. I remember running in my city, in my around my apartment, and at 2 at night, running like a fucking wild boar, and getting back and drinking beer and fucking falling in my bed and not sleeping again and again and again and again and again. It was fucking nuts. It was a life I never want. I couldn't bear, and yeah. So and at night, during the day, I had to go to school, and I was always like, I was late, of course, to every course, and I would try to take notes, start writing, and fall like I was. I wasn't there anymore. It's like, don't ask me to write anything or do anything. I was a corpse. I was like in a video game. I was a living dead corpse that was walking through the streets of Montreal. And it's like, yeah, with my fruit juice, 50% vodka, 50% juice, drinking that shit, like, and spending 1 to 2 hours on the toilet, either at the school or my house, my apartment. It was disgusting, really disgusting. And I took 8 showers a day to keep me awake. Um, yeah, so finally I went back home because I couldn't bear it anymore. So it was three moves uh, in 5 years while staying awake. I was about 5 years in, and each day I was crying, and each day I was getting up in my weak feet, my weak legs in the morning, and I was saying, why is nobody helping me? Like, I spent another day and another sleepless night. Like, what the fuck are you doing, people? I was like dragging everybody with me. Like, why aren't you doing anything? I am not sleeping. I haven't slept for X amount of days. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't you care? Don't you fucking care? It's like I'm gonna fucking die. Don't you care? And my mother, my grandma, my stepfather, my father, whatever, all thought it was in my head. Good for them. Blessed are the ignorance. But believe me, it was fucking real. And yeah, took another year, and finally I had my sleep exam at the University of um, Sleep Studies, and I had the night there, and they put electrodes all on my brain and my heart and everything. And I remember waking up at 5 a.m. Oh yeah, quickly. Before that, after when I got back at my parents after 9 days, 2 days ago, 2 days from the word record, should have gone to. I could have destroyed that word record, but I'm not here to talk shit. I'm just whatever. After 9 days, I said, like, I'm gonna die. I felt I was gonna die because I was hallucinating. My heart was beating like a fucking racehorse. Um, I had, it was about going six years. And I said, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm gonna die. And finally, I don't know who, someone believed me, and they put me in a clinic at $450 a day. Yeah, and they shoot, I don't know what in me. I slept for a, no, I was supposed this shot in my veins. I arrived there in a wheelchair, and they just shot in something in my veins. I was supposed to sleep for 2 weeks. I slept 4 days, and they couldn't understand why. And I stayed there for almost a month. They gave me some new medication, and at first it was alright. Tastes like shit, but still alright. New medication. I was sleeping. Lasted for 2 weeks. I developed an allergy to the medication, and then I had no choice but to go back there, even though it was their fault. I had no choice, so I went back there, sick as hell, sicker than before, and I was, for the first time, in a wheelchair, butt naked, with wearing a hospital gown, in a wheelchair at 20, 27, 26 years old. I was running 8 to 10 miles a day, every day. And now my fucking naked butt was in a wheelchair. Hmm. And the second time the second month, I've been there for a grand total of 13 grand. 13 grand to make me sleep, and they couldn't do it. I got home sicker than I was before for a few months, and then I had finally my exam, my sleep exam. They found some things and they tried on me some chemicals, and one day after the other, it was try this, try that. If this, did you sleep? No. Okay, we'll try this. Did you sleep? No. Okay, we'll try that. Did you sleep? No. Okay, we'll try this. And little by little, week per week, month per month, I developed a combination of medications that put me to sleep. Yeah, so I won't say. No, I'll say it. The neurologist, my neurologist, didn't do shit. I tested every dose of everything he would give me. I would experiment the shit out of everything. I didn't trust doctors. I didn't trust nurses. I didn't trust pharmaceuticals. I didn't trust any fucking body. Never again would I trust these motherfuckers. So I took what I had a grab on, and I started to fucking experiment with everything. I experiment out with the doses, with the family of pharmaceuticals, the combinations, the mixes with other medication, everything. And finally, I went up there for my checkup, and I said, "Look, neurologist, give me this, and this in these doses, and I'll leave you the fuck alone." And he didn't say a word except, "Okay, okay." This motherfucker, with all his diplomas. Diplomas look real neat when you step in a room and you look at it. But when you test run the fuck out of these assholes, not worth much. So, that's basically it, guys. That's basically, as always. So, oh yeah, I want to end this video by going on some tricks and I mean, I know that all of you, I don't know if any of you will see this, but for those of you who are and who are fighting with insomnia, the natural, I will do some tricks. Of course, check your melatonin. My uh, uh, Check your melatonin first. That's the basic of basics. So check your melatonin. There are 3, 5, or 10 milligrams. I take 20 a night. and I take them in dual, what is called dual action, which um, which um, which can be explained by there's a dose, an initial dose that is instantaneous, and a second dose that is dissolved during the night. So you stay awake long. You stay. Excuse me. Excuse me. So you stay asleep longer. I'm sure they saw that while you are. Again, disclaimer: I'm not a healthcare professional. Don't come to me with fucking legal shit. I am not a healthcare professional. I'm just saying what works for me. I'm not recommending it for anybody. I am not a doctor. Good. So check your melatonin. Um, Test the dosage. And if you're gonna go liquid melatonin, I can't even take it. It hits like a motherfucker. It's really strong shit. So if you're gonna test liquid melatonin, be advised it's strong. Um, doesn't make me sleep, but it just leaves me confused and with a headache during the day and really fucked up shit. Um, do cardiac coherence. It's a breathing exercise. You can find it on YouTube. It's a 5 second inhale, 5 second exhale for 5 minutes. The benefits are have a duration of 4 hours a day. So you do it 3 times for 12 hours a day. So every 4 hours you do your breathing exercise for 5 minutes. That really slows down, calms the uh, cardiac breathing. Um, do banana tea. Banana tea works great. Um, take a banana. Bananas are epic. take the um, take the not the fruit itself, but the, I don't know how to say this in English. The envelope, the envelope the banana is in, not the white banana, but the envelope, the yellow shit. And um, no, what am I saying? No, take a banana, a normal banana, put it in, make it boil for 10 minutes, and uh, after 10 minutes, take the banana off. It's banana tea. Again, it's on YouTube. You can search it, how to do it. Just take a banana, organic, or wash it before for the pesticides. So put it in boiling water, boil it for 10 minutes, take the banana off, drink the tea, the hot water that is uh, a result. Drink it. Uh, you get a very upgrade in your sleep, on your relaxation, because it's full. It's bananas are serotonin filled, and serotonin is a key to many aspects of a good life. So eat your bananas or boil it at night, and do everything. Check it on YouTube, banana tea. Always a good trick. Um, for benzos, uh, anti-anxieties medicine. I can tell you to be careful, because you're gonna get, um, you're gonna get very how do we say? English is not my first language. Sorry, guys. Yeah, not a custom, but you're gonna get. You're gonna be accustomed to it. You're gonna be a slave to it. I know there's a word, I don't remember it. So for benzos like Ativan, Valium, any fucking shit they can get you. And if it if it benzodiazepines, it's really it's. I'm not telling you not to take them. I'm telling you be aware that it's very very easy to get accustomed to it and to be dependent on it. Like I want to say dependent. So yeah, so I've been taking benzos for I don't know how many years, and it's like a couple times more addictive. Addictive. Thank you, brain. Found the word addictive. It's I think 4 times more addictive than heroin. So be careful with that. But of course, if you're like Al Pacino and you just want to say, "Let me sleep," don't don't think too much about it. Just take it. And I mean, if I have to choose between taking something that will let me sleep and something that will be dangerous or addictive, I'd say I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care anymore. After years of sleeplessness, I don't give a fuck. If it's fucking shit in a tablet, I will fucking eat it. I mean, that's just me. Again, disclaimer, I am not a healthcare professional. So, medication, I mean, if you have a good doctor, you have nothing to worry about. If you have a bad doctor, try to be aware of it, maybe find another. And if you want to go private and it will cost you some money, if you can if you can pay the price for it, it's always worthwhile. I'm not saying like me, I was paying 300 an hour and it went to shit. But that's my experience. I met some private doctors that were really great. So I don't know. It depends on the countries you're in and the laws and the rules and everything. But there's no. I just want to say health has no price. And I think that will be my final word. Health has no price. So if you're suffering, I'm with you. If you're not sleeping, I'm with you. If you're having debilitating sickness of the gut, and I'll make a separate video for the gut. But that's the second brain. The second brain. The first brain is here. Second brain is right here. So be kind to it, and ladies and gentlemen, just, I mean, in the end, oh yeah, I want to say, there's a light, a special light, looks like this, emits a red light. This is a He light, HELEGHT, He light. It's sold out on Amazon right now, but I'm sure there's other ways to get it. This is a little jewel. This helped me when I had crisis of insomnia, because it shapes when you light it up. It lasts for 28 minutes, and in these 28 minutes you will fall asleep. And if you don't, it's gonna go off, you bring it right back, and you've got another 28 minutes. The worst of nights, I think I lit it like 3 times, so it took me an hour and a half to fall asleep. But in the worst cases of insomnia, an hour and a half, still pretty good. So I don't remember what the technology is built of, but I think it's to I don't want to go too in deep about it, but go look for it, go look about it, read about it. It's called He Light, HE Light, in one word. And it costs around $100, but you don't have to like blow it in your eyes. It's like you can just sit it somewhere, like in your on your little side table or whatever. You don't have to look directly about it, because the cells in your eyes will capture is light. You don't have to look directly for it. It's like so yeah, He Light, little treasure that sit at the palm of the hand. It's really small, practical, can bring it everywhere. So that would be my final trick to beat insomnia. So yeah, so that's it for this. I've gone a little while, so that's a bit of my story. I hope it's not yours. I hope it will never be anyone else's. But stay vigilant, and don't, like I said, health has no price. Don't toy with it. I mean, live a little, have fun, but please take care of yourself, and don't don't bring me any shit for this video, because I made like 3 disclaimers that I am not a health professional, and I just want to help my fellow neighbor with something of my experience. All my talking, all my experiences are mine and mine alone. So I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm just trying to help. So take care of yourself, guys, and I hope you'll never have to live through what I lived through. See you on the next one. Take care.